Hi techies. In the last session, we have seen the setter injection example. In this session, we'll see the constructor injection example. For constructor injection, I'll take a separate bean class called person. So I will take the separate configuration file for the person bean class. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so right click on your package, domain package, create a class, new class. So here we have given the class name as person. Okay, click on finish. So now here you have to provide your properties. So I will provide the three properties: first name, last name, and gender. Okay, I'll write the code behind to save my time. Yeah, I have written the properties: first name, last name, gender. Okay, so now for these properties I have to create a constructor. Okay, so why we need a constructor? Only because the container will take the help of constructor, and it will create an object. Okay, just right click on any one property, go to the source. There will be a option called generate constructor using fields. Just click on that. Okay, select all your properties and generate the button, and generate. Okay, so now it is generated the three parameterized constructor. Okay, so I'll create a toString as well. Right, how to create a toString? Right click, source, generate toString to see the output. Okay, I'm generating the toString. Okay, now for this person we have created a bean, and we have to configure the bean in a configuration XML file. So for that we have to create a separate configuration XML file. We can configure the bean information in the employee as well, but I don't want to do that. I want to maintain the configuration file for every separate bean, okay. So now go to the source main, generate the Spring Bean configuration XML. Okay, here I'll write person cfg.xml. Okay, click finish. Here you have to provide your person bean information, all those properties, all these things you have to provide. Now in the setter injection we have used property tag. Now we are using the constructor injection, so we have to use a constructor arc tag. There is a tag called constructor arc. We have to use that tag. Okay, and we have to configure all these things. So for one argument we have one constructor argument. Okay, for three we have three arguments, right? So we have three parameters, right? Well, we have three properties, right? We have to write three constructor arcs. Okay, so now without wasting time, just go and create we'll just go and create the person configuration XML. So here we are creating a bean. Okay, so I'll write the class name. So what is our class? Person is a class, and it is available in the package called com.nsk.spring.domain. And for this I have to give the object name. So person is the object name. Okay, inside this bean only we have to configure our constructor information. Okay, ignore the exception. Until we are giving the all constructor tags, it will give error only. Okay, so constructor arg. So name. What is our first constructor arg? First name. What is our first tag? First name. First property, first name. First name. And here we have a value. We have to provide a value for that. Okay, so for example I will give a value called Manoj. Okay, so again constructor arg, again write one more tag constructor arg. Here we have a name, so last name, and we have a value. We have to provide a value for that one, so I'll give some r. Next, again one more constructor arg for gender as well. Okay, gender, and the value we have to give gender. Okay, save it. Now you see that the exception went off. Okay, okay, fine. So after generating the bean, after creating the configuring the bean in configuration XML file, so the next thing what we have to do, we have to create a client application. Okay, there we have to create what, the container which can handle the person bean. Okay, so let's go and create a class. So here I'll give the person client. It's a person client class, so just go on finish. Okay, so inside a main method you have to create an object of your application context. Application application context. We have created some object equals to new class path XML application context. So here we are providing the configuration location. So what is our configuration XML file name? Person cfg dot xml file. This file name we have to give to this container that it can create an object of the bean. Person cfg dot xml. Okay, fine. So import this one as well. Okay, it is in a string. Okay, fine. So you know this line, right? After loading this context XML file, so the container will go here and it will create an object of the person. Person equals to new person of. Here it will provide the first name. Directly it will take first name, last name, gender, and it will call the these arguments, like the three parameterized constructor. After setting the value, it will call the person's three parameterized constructor to set these values. Okay, so fine. So let's go and get that bean. So the container will think that, will assume that the container has created the bean. Now we want to get that bean. Okay, so we'll give that bean name. So the bean name is, we have given here the person, right? We have given the bean name as person, so the same name you have to provide for that. Okay, so this get bean method will return what? Object. Okay, so now you have to convert this object to a person, right? So now explicitly typecast it. Person equals to person of obj, typecasted. So if you want to see what person is storing, so you can write a sysout that you can able to see in your console page. Right click and run the Java application. Okay, so you can see in the output all the person details. See, you can see, right? You can see, right? First name Manoj, last name R, gender M. Okay, so that's it for now. That's it from this session. In the next session we'll see the reference tag and auto wiring features. Okay, and after that we'll see example of reference tag and auto wiring feature as well. Okay, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share the videos and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thank you for watching.